Hi, my name is Jennifer Edmond. I am the overall coordinator of Researcher Night Dublin 2013, and I'm also a researcher. Now, you may think this is a slightly strange place to bring you to talk to you about research, and in particular, research that began in the study of German novels of the 19th century. But in fact, this is a perfect place to talk to you about that research, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, one of the things that you will notice about a lot of researchers is that research is about curiosity and about satisfying curiosity. And that satisfaction of curiosity means we can be a bit passionate, and that we don't necessarily leave our research interests behind when we leave our office at the end of the day. The interests that we have tend to infuse other aspects of our lives, or at least it has for me. Now, back to the place we are here, which is actually a drumming studio. I think this is a great place to talk about research because when I first became interested in things and curious about things and curious about the world, what interested me the most was the idea of culture. And one of the first things that really captured me was the study of objects like this. Very traditional books, novels of the German 19th and 20th century. This is Günter Grass's Die Blechtrommel, the tin drum. And I found that the study of these transported me into a different world, not just because of the language, but also because of the way the world was conceived and the way the time was conceived in these novels. And then later in life, as I studied and became more of what you would call a researcher in the area of German literature, I became interested in other things. And some of those things were things like this. And these are Japanese drums, also known as wadaiko. And this is one of the things that I do, which is very much about creating knowledge, not by reading, but by participating, by being physically active. Now, you'll notice that there's a sort of a chain of events, and there's a third bit in the chain, which is when I moved from being really interested in things like this to being actually equally, if not even more interested in things like this. So the idea of the literary text, but also the idea of what technology does for the study of what's considered to be a very traditional discipline like literature. And what I found was that there was a lot of challenge and a lot of really interesting research to be done actually in that area of the intersection of where the technology and the research came together. And that reminded me of what we do when we play these large drums. Normally we don't do this by ourselves, we do this in large groups. So you have lots of people, lots of arms, lots of hands, and lots of sound. And this is the way it is with humanities technology, where we're bringing together people with a certain kind of expertise in technology and how to, for example, read 1,000 texts at once, and people who know how to really deeply read one literary text at one time. I still find this incredibly exciting, and this is why I would say to anyone, if you want to be a researcher, follow what you're interested in, follow your passions, and it will lead you to something good.